Hi, my name is Kathryn and this is my video presentation for Chisholm Online Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care Assessment 4 for Module 1, Social Media. So, to me, social media is a way of networking online, so through websites and apps and different platforms where people can communicate and interact with one another from all around the world. So some of the characteristics of social media are the ability to upload and share videos, photos, things like comments, likes. You can post things like reviews, you can post your own personal opinions. You can do lots of things with social media, but those are just a few of the things that most social media sites let you do. Say, for example, Facebook allows you to post your opinions about things. That one of the things it asks is what's on your mind. So you might just post, something about your day, and then friends and family and people that you have following you can comment and like and respond to you and talk to you, and you can interact. One of the major characteristics of these social media sites is building a profile. So everybody who uses these networks has a profile. So again, for instance, Facebook, you set up your name, you set up your photo, you can set up, your likes, your dislikes, where you work, what your interests are. People who have you on Facebook get to know you through your profile. So the next topic of discussion is communication styles. So in the module we discussed the types of communication styles, and I'm going to talk about how they tie in with social media. So the first communication style I want to talk about is aggressive. So someone with an aggressive communication style is going to be the person on social media who is commenting negatively or sending out their opinion that is obviously different to that of the opinion they are commenting on. So for example, with Facebook again, someone might post something on Facebook with an opinion, say for instance, Domino's is the best pizza place on earth. And an aggressive person will maybe comment something along the lines of, no, it's not, I believe this is the best pizza place in the world. You are wrong, or maybe even add in some foul language, maybe even add in some name calling or some kind of abuse. But that's an extreme case of aggressive communication. The next communication style would be passive. So someone who is passive is the complete opposite of an aggressive communicator. So passive people, they just sit back, they just look at things, they just scroll through their feeds. They might like some things, or they sit on the sidelines and they just watch everything happen. They don't actively comment, they don't actively post and be opinionated about things. They're very neutral, they're very reserved. And the next communication style is assertive. So someone who is assertive is very present on social media. They share their opinions, but they're also not negative, or they're very neutral. They share their own opinions without offending anybody, without deliberately being negative like an aggressive communicator would be. Their intentions aren't to hurt somebody, their intentions aren't to be aggressive, their intentions are just to be themselves and share. So some of the issues that arise with social media, especially in conjunction with using it in an early child care setting, number one would be privacy. So a lot of centres will find that they have children that they are not allowed to share information, or you shouldn't be sharing information about any child, but there are specifically some children who cannot have their photos shared, they cannot have their information displayed around the centre. It is a privacy issue because they are either in the system, they are either, going through family court, and these are just things that keep their privacy, keep them safe. So privacy. So you obviously would not be posting photos or using social media to interact with these families. Another issue would be with getting permission from families. So you obviously need permission from families before you go and post any photos of their children on social media. So if your centre has a social media platform, so for instance Facebook, and they like to share photos of the children interacting together or completing an activity together, they like to share the photos and show families like, this is what we've done for the day. And of course you need parents' permission. So unless they've signed a photo release form or there is some other way of communicating that they allow it, it shouldn't be done. You should not be posting photos of children without parents' permission. And with posting, there becomes the issue of what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. So again, example being the childcare's Facebook page. Appropriate would be to post things like upcoming events and exciting news. For example, kinder graduation is coming up. Reminder, it is on the 20th of December at 5 p.m. Or wear green this week for St. Patrick's Day. It's a great way to remind parents that events are happening without them actually setting foot in the centre, as some parents don't have time to stop and chat or have time to stop and have a look at all the posters on the walls. So this is a great way for them to actually be in the know about things that are happening at a centre. But again, with that comes issues. So some families don't actually use Facebook or don't actually use social media, and so they don't get this information and they rely purely on face-to-face communication, which is fine. So you obviously need to be aware of which families are using social media and which ones aren't, and that you are communicating appropriately depending on their circumstances. So some of the inappropriate things that you wouldn't want to be posting when you're using social media for childcare purposes. So you wouldn't want to be posting things like the girls' night out on Friday night after work hours, like letting loose after the long week that we've had. Parents don't need to see that. Parents don't need to know about that. It's not professional and it's inappropriate for the type of audience that you are communicating with. Again, so touching again on professionalism, if you are on social media and you have got parents, colleagues, managers, anyone associated with your work or with childcare, you really should make sure that your social media presence is professional. You're not posting things that may make you look unprofessional or make your workplace look unprofessional. And yeah, so I think I've covered everything, and yeah, thank you for watching.